All right, let's try this again, y'all. I think we in like Flint now. I think we in like Flint now. Yes, sir. Man, oh man, oh man. There has been a lot going on in these YouTube streets. You feel me? I'm finna go delete that one. So I just made a live, but it didn't have any sound, so I had to come back and redo it for y'all. How everybody doing it? Everybody doing good? Hope everybody doing good. Happy Friday. You know what I mean? Happy late St. Patty's Day. Hope y'all ain't get too drunk. But you know that's for you. That's for them folks. You feel me? That's for them folks. Um, that light is super bright right there. Put this camera back some more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, what's going on, YouTube family? What's going on, man? Um, yeah, it's been a lot going on, man. As y'all know, they got Aiden Ross is into it with Whack 100. We got the war going on. We got Jaleese now over there tripping in the west on the west coast. Munchie B and all them, but they ain't gonna get too much of our. They ain't gonna get too much. They ain't gonna get too much of our goodies. You feel me? You know what I mean? We're gonna let them. We're gonna let them chill out. But yeah, man. I just want to stop through. I ain't came through and said too much lately, man. So I wanted to come through and chit chat about some things, man. And we're gonna listen to some stuff, man. Crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Crazy work. Crazy work. Uh, let's see here. So I guess y'all know Aiden Ross had a fight card last weekend, right? And Blueface was the he was the number one, or basically he was the main event. Come to find out that I guess there was a clause in his contract that said Brand Risk was the one who sponsored the fight, and I guess there was a clause in his contract that said he had to wear a patch of Brand Risk up on his boxing trunks for the fight. Well, he didn't wear the patch, and he also, because he lost, he said that the fight was rigged, and talked bad against the company who pretty much sponsored the fight, right? Well, due to that situation, Brand Risk and Aiden Ross feel like he slandered the brand, and he also spoke about his pay, which was, I guess, part of a disclosure. You know what I mean, that you can't speak on what you got paid or whatnot, right? Well, with all that said, it winded up that everybody has got paid from this fight. Everybody but Blueface. And now there's a war of illegals supposedly going on between WAC 100 and the 100 ENT side and Aiden Ross. But we've always known WAC is a liar, horrible human being, has no values, has no loyalty to anyone, screws and fucks over everybody that he can. So he's just a disloyal, dishonest human being, right? And he always talking about how he's a businessman and this, that, and the third. But we can clearly tell you're a scam artist, bro. And you've been there for a long time. You know what I mean? Like the people who groomed you and showed you how business works wasn't traditional businessman. You know what I mean? You were groomed by, you know, the likes of Suge Knight and his crew, and how they bullied their way through the industry. You know what I mean? You like you're the old school guard. You know what I mean? And that's how your mannerisms and your tactics are for business. But that no longer works in this current element. You know what I mean? I don't care how you try to. Uh, I don't care how you try to package it. You know what I mean? It's still the same old bully, threaten, you know, you know, all this other stuff to get your way. Which I mean, sorry to tell you, it ain't gonna work with these new age these kids that's running these industries, man. You're an old head playing a young man's game. That's like a 50-year-old trying to go to war and hang with these 20-year-olds. It just ain't gonna work, bro. Like you need to go somewhere and sit down and figure out another way to make some money because they are going to they're going to expose you, number one. You know what I mean? And it's going to hurt your overall brand. Why? For real. Um, I know that you go into Clubhouse and they just feed you a bunch of BS because you just created you found some people who are devoted to you and they will never be honest with you. They're never going to tell you when you're wrong. They're only going to tell you when you're right. Um, it's actually a horrible team you got because there's no true love there. Um, you could never grow with those type of individuals around you that will never disagree with you. That's not a crowd. That's not a crowd that you want to be with, especially if you're in the business of being self accountable. You know what I mean? The best ability is self accountability, holding yourself accountable. I think that's the only way to really and truly grow. To acknowledge your mistakes, acknowledge your flaws, accept them for what they are, not embrace them because you want to grow from them. You know what I mean? And you will never, ever be able to grow with the likes of the people that you have around you. Ever, ever. And you might like who you are. And I know you say, oh, I embrace being, a narcissist and this, that, and the third. But bro, I couldn't tell you from how you talking, how you move. I don't know if you ever told yourself the truth about you. For real. I honestly don't know that. I honestly don't know if you ever told the truth about you. And you should, man, because you deserve it. As much as I don't like you, you seem like a cool dude behind the facade, but it's like something was taken from you as a child and you just have to live what you wanted to live as a child, but you're almost 50. You know what I mean? So you can't relive that. You can't relitigate that. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta leave that where that's at and understand, all right, I missed out on that opportunity or I missed out on that aspect of life that I wanted to do or how I wanted to portray it. But you ain't dead. So you have another breath day, um, another opportunity to become who and what you want to be. Plain blank period. So leave that's where it's at and try to grow from it. You know what I mean? We finna go over what I was talking about, man. Yeah, and he gonna try to play this legal game with Aiden Ross. It ain't gonna work. His money ain't long enough. His money ain't long enough to fight with Aiden like that. You know what I mean? It just ain't. Give me a second. I'm trying to log into something here. But yeah, happy weekend, everybody. Hope everybody good. My freaking throat is kind of dry. I don't know why. Trying to reset something here so we can go to some new stuff I want to show y'all. Probably should have did this before I started live, but you know what I mean? No, it's all good. All right. There we are. All right. Let's show you some few things. Bad work here, y'all.
we look at life like it's about.
So we're gonna watch a few shorts real quick. All right. So check this out. This is Wack complaining about Adin.
And what's up, YouTube?
So this is gonna be Wack 100 complaining about Adin Ross not paying the Blueface for the fight and some of the things that went on. First, let me show you Adin Ross here real quick and what he said first. Let me get out of here. Let me show you what Adin said first. This is what Adin said first.
Every fighter got paid after Brand Risk. Every fighter. Everybody's paid except him. Why? Because you can't go around saying that shit's rigged, and you can't not wear a rainback patch on your shorts when you contractually sign an obligation. And yeah, you can't talk about how much you're paying or being paid. So yeah, it sucks because he is probably one of the worst people to ever.
That says a lot for all the business that Adin do. For him to say dealing with Blueface was the worst business that he ever done, that's saying a lot. That's saying a whole lot, y'all. That's saying a lot. So
comes to business ever. Allegedly, in my opinion, of course. Every fighter got paid.
All right. Now, this is Wack's response to that. Let me go to my history here. This is Wack's response to Adin pretty much saying that we're not going to pay your fighter for this fight. Okay?
Shout out to the Hunters.
Now, this is funny. The approach that he takes is like basically saying you're lucky this is not the old days. I'll take my money by force. He's threatening him without threatening him, and he thinks he has leverage and he doesn't. And I honestly like this situation for Wack to be in because it should be a wake up call, but he's such a narcissist that he's going to miss it, right? He thinks that money is the be all end all, and that just makes you a great person without any actions behind it. That's such a flawed position to stand on, right? Money don't make the man makes the money. I repeat, money does not make the man makes the money, okay? He's a co-worker at No Jumper, like the rest of the people up there at No Jumper. But he constantly calls people that he thinks he has more money than or more status than. He says they're nobodies. He says they're nothing. They ain't nobody. He ain't nobody. They ain't nobody. He ain't nobody. And this last weekend in Miami, he was humbled. And he got to see that in the eyes of the people that he thinks that he's equal to, they look at him as nobody, as nothing. And they clearly showed it. Made him wait going into the boxing match where his fighter was the main event. Then his fighter lost. Then they're not going to pay him. And they suing him. This nobody. And his money's not long enough to play the legal game with Adin Ross. Not even close. His money nowhere close to being long enough to fight the legal game with Adin Ross. And Blueface already getting sued for $17 million. And Wack is already in multiple lawsuits with Scooty Bikes, with Ray J, and their photographer not getting paid. So he's been doing dirty business for a long time. It's just now catching up with him. He's been doing flawed, dirty business since he so-called said that he extorted De La Hoya through his lawyers for sex tapes and cross-dressing allegations and things of that sort. So he's been a dirty, flawed individual for a long time. And it just seems like the chickens are coming home to roost. But This is his response to it. Let's see what he say.
Shout out to the 100 side, to all my members. It's been a while since I've been on here. Y'all hit that thumbs up. What's this boost thing, and y'all subscribe. Let's get everybody in here. You know, I don't like to do no talking until we 100 deep. I see we at 36. You know, we got the content. I've been real quiet, very respectful. But I see Mr. Aiden Ross. I guess he's over there getting a little antsy for some reason, whatever reason, I don't know. So when we get 100 people in here, we're gonna start going up. Shout out to Academics. He tried to mediate this thing. Ego's involved. Well, ego is involved. And I don't know, for some odd reason, I just think certain people are used to people bowing down. And listen, no disrespect, up until this point, I've seen Aiden as a friend, potential business partner, so on and so forth. But once he realized that he couldn't control me, he started to do things and say things. That was a little disrespectful. And to my Jewish community, I have a lot of Jewish friends. To my Jewish community, this is not a shot at you guys. This young man's behavior, by any means, I don't think is a representation of how you guys stand. If you wonder what I'm talking about, you can go to my Instagram page, and I put up a screen record of some of the things Aiden began to say to me when we were having a business conversation about this dispute. He started asking me to give him a kiss and come see him and give him a hug and a kiss. And he started saying things to me that he's never said before. You know, I think his approach, I don't know. I don't know what his approach was, but I expressed to him wholeheartedly, right, that I'm not part of the gay.
I'm gonna say this. Who you think you are and the respect you think you have, you totally do not have it. To hold this tough persona, when no man in a right mind play with you like that. You feel me? Would never play with you like that. But it shows you that everybody see you, dog. You know what I mean? They know you ain't gonna do nothing. They know you a bunch of talk. They know it's a show and a game. Everybody sees how Adam 22 sex play you nonstop. Dude gave you a personal dildo crafted of his penis. He gave it to you. And he sex plays you all the time. So everyone knows that this all that hopping and all that hollering and yelling, that's all a fraud, all a front. So people see you, bro. The badge, they know you police, you know what I mean? Like, so no one's afraid of you. You don't push the needle like that. And the way that they treating you, they showing you how they feel about you or how they think about you. And I think you should be cognizant of that and move accordingly. Because from what I seen in them text messages, and for the reputation that you try to present that you have, ain't nobody coming at a person like that if they scared or respect that person.
Community. I have nothing against the gay community. And I have nothing against Jewish people. I don't even know why he brought this conversation up. I don't know why he started to say these things, and he continued to say it. And it's crazy because it's a double standard, because if you say something towards them a half a time, or anybody, any community, at that point in time, they'll start to say you're harassing them, it's inappropriate behavior, so on and so forth, right? And I had to ask this man several times, hey, listen, man, no disrespect, but I'm not a part of that community. If that's your personal preference, that's your personal preference. He immediately went to, oh, anti-Semitic, or oh, you don't like gay people, you don't like Jewish people, you know, yo, hey, there's nothing in my text thread or no audio that has ever came out of my mouth that said I got an issue with gay people or an issue with Jewish people. I gave you a few examples and told you I have a reality show on Tronics called The Girls Club. I have very close friends like Jason Lee, my man Ion, and these are openly gay and queer people that I do business with. The fact that whatever their sexual preference is has never stopped me from sitting at the table of business having a respectful conversation with these individuals. So our real attempt was with that. I've never disrespected you. We were going back and forth about the Blueface matter. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. It's kind of like where the world is at today. Certain people feel like they can bully certain people based upon their ethnicity and their.
That sounds like you, Wack. You're getting. God is doing this to you, bro. For real, God is doing this to you, man. Straight up. I keep telling you, bro. You're a horrible person, dog. You are talking about, and I know you say, oh, I don't mind. What'd you say? What's that thing you say? The truth can never be considered disrespect, and something else you say. Entertaining your evil and all this other stuff. God is doing this to you because you tap into the worst of you, and you seem to like it, and you try to bully, and you try to use your connections. You've done some horrible, vile things on Clubhouse, bro. Yeah, I've watched you, and this is why I have a disdain for you. I've watched you on Clubhouse ruin just regular people's lives because they disagree with you or they called you on your truth that you continue to run from. That you continue to run from. Like, you're gonna lose this right here. And I'm gonna sit back and commentate on it and watch the whole thing. You're gonna lose this. Your money not long enough and your connections ain't strong enough. You finally met your match. You jumped into a arena thinking that you knew what you was doing and you know nothing. You still trying to run around like it's the 90s. And these young boys got you in a trick bag. So he's gonna all the tactics that you use, he got them and more. And I can't wait to watch it. But let's see what you're talking about. But you use the same thing. You try to bully, lie, create narratives, all types of stuff. You do the same thing. So this is the pot calling the kettle black.
I guess sexual preference. You know, if somebody, if we say something derogatory at somebody from the community, they'll say you're being disrespectful, it's hate speech, all these type of things. But why is it that somebody from the community feel that they can make a pass you and you can respectfully correct them and let them know, hey, I'm not from that community, I'm a straight man. But yet they could continue to make the pass at you. And
you know what's funny? I remember when you had your back and forth with Meek Mill, and you were talking about how, oh, people know who they can get away with that with. You know, they know they ain't gonna just try that with anybody. Woo, woo, this and that. I remember you were saying that, and here it is, a man, a young boy, straight tried to take you down, tried to take your butt, and I'm gonna go show that. In fact, actually, I'm gonna go show that. Hold on, we're gonna get back to this, y'all. We're gonna get back to this. We're gonna go here. Hold on. No, we'll get back to that. But it's funny because you were saying how, you know, if you're a certain type of person, you ain't gonna get hit on pretty much. And this man was hitting on you like a mug, dog, like you was a woman.
The minute you come out of character, the minute you issue a threat, the minute you get angry, you become the bad guy. Well, in this situation, I've been living quite a long time. I got a lot of people around me, a lot of wise men around me. Shout out to Captain Tazariot. Shout out to my wife, R&B. You know, who has, over the last couple years, have taught me how to channel.
Is that what you call that when you couldn't get into the boxing match? All that hooping and hollering, ain't nobody more important than you. I got off the plane with 21 people. Back the fuck up, get back. Ooh, I'm shutting all this shit down. That's what she taught you? Huh? Because that was N-word activities that you pulled out in front of all them people. Than just being patient and waiting your time. But no, you think you bigger and better than you are. And a little boyed you. Sit your ass back. Check this out. Ain't shit moving. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. They little boyed you. Yep, that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. They little boyed you, bro.
What at one point in time may have been anger or an anger response into not stooping down to certain people's level, right? And simply maintaining your composures. So, you know, I want to give credit where credit's due. My lovely wife, R&B, she works on me daily.
Now, I want to finish this on my phone live to see how that turns out. So I want to end this live. I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell another friend. Come on in. I promise we got room.